Hi guys, nice to see you again. Welcome back to Kasi Boutique. As you can see, not much has changed, but we've done some work in the background. So to answer your questions, as we had the conversation the last time, we were carrying about 14 brands. Now we've cut it down to 6. And from the 6, we still have 88 Apparel and Statement Co. being our top suppliers in the store. What we've done is we've merged together with other businesses where we do a fun walk once a month and we do a food festival once a month. And that's where we get our traction from. In terms of at the food festival, we get guys who buy space to sell food and beverages. But we also get leverage to sell the clothes at the food festival, meaning it gives us an opportunity to sell our clothes at a different location. By doing that, we get more awareness for the place and more people interacting with us and knowing where we are, and they follow through their orders from the store. So in that way, we're getting more people liking our page and starting to follow the store on social media and the likes. Completely removed Vancouver. If you guys remember, Vancouver was the only guy who was sort of catering for ladies, but his style of clothes was very much off our core concept of streetwear. So we've removed it altogether. In terms of sales improvement, we've had a bit of a slump. I think we changed our stock a little bit late because we moved from summer to winter. So now we've got winter stock, but I think our suppliers were a little bit delayed on bringing in winter stock. But since we've received winter stock, the sales are starting to rise again. Currently, I decided to pause the website because of the change in suppliers. So I didn't want to find myself in a situation where I've got guys on the website and the next thing they're off. So now what I'm doing is I went back to the basics, streamlining what we carry, streamlining our price point, and also refocusing on driving the awareness of the store and the brand itself. So hopefully by September, the website will be up and running. Once that is done, all of you are gonna get an email with a link to have a look and send me your recommendations directly. So right now is simply back to basics. We have not introduced the tobacco section as you guys were very much against it. But what we're doing now is we're doing a bit of wine. So that's working very well in a sense that 2 bottles for 150, that's almost like, I don't know, $5-8 for two bottles of wine. So it's working for us because the lounge next door does not carry this range. In terms of social media, what we do is we try to leverage on because all the events I mentioned, the food festival and the health fun walk, each of those events have their own Facebook pages. So what we do is we leverage from all those Facebook pages, which is about 6 businesses, 6 platforms, which is Konine, Kasi Boutique, Alex Food Festival, Health Fun Walk, The Kitchen, The Reunion Fella. So those 6 platforms give us access to over 15,000 people. So every time we post anything, we tag all these people and we get more mileage from all those platforms. So we're trying to use the social media as best as we can, because with every event that we do, we always get plus minus 300 to 400 people coming through to our events. So that gives us mileage because people take photos, they tag us, we tag them, and that's how we're trying to build a brand. So in terms of numbers, we are still flat, but through the winter we're starting to see a bit of a spike in sales. And I think by September, with the launch of the website, and we're also re-looking, focusing a lot on the Kasi Boutique clothing brand itself, not just the brand as it is, but we're gonna start pushing the Kasi Boutique clothing brand, the line, and we're also gonna introduce Kasi Boutique Kiddies line, because that's the feedback we've also picked up from our customers, because most of our customers are parents. So if they're buying something for themselves, they'll always want to buy something for the kiddies. So in September, that's the objective. The website, our own range, and our own kiddies line of clothes. So hopefully from September going into the festive season, we're trying to triple what we did versus last year, and the numbers will hopefully speak for themselves. In terms of capturing, we are still using the old system because I was chasing to open a second location, but there were some issues there. So now we are still capturing our invoices manually, and I'm also still capturing them physically into the laptop. So we still have track of what we're doing. We are able to play around with the numbers and see the bigger picture in terms of what are the numbers telling us, and we're trying to translate that into our strategy as well going forward. Most of our profits currently is still coming from 88 Apparel and Statement Co. The reason why Statement Co has now surpassed other brands is because the brand owners are very hands-on, in a sense that they come through with branding, we do activations, we do sales when we have events. So on the day that they are around, they also bring their own people to come and buy through the store. So hence, they've managed to surpass other brands in store. So it helps, especially when we're working hand in glove with the brand owners. Okay, in the last 6 months, we've dabbed into a couple of other projects, which so we try to now relook. Hence, I said we are now relooking and going back to the basics to say, let's focus on the brand, let's focus on maintaining our own line and introducing the kiddies line. And going forward, the Kasi Boutique in-house brand will always be 60% of the stock that we carry, and then the other 40% will be from other suppliers.